Hello again, everybody. So I thought I would do a video showing you guys my updated setup for my work and university traveler's notebook. So if you remember, I did do a setup or a flip through video before, but I've kind of tweaked things. We're in November, and so I've been in classes for about 2.5 months and working and all that. So this is kind of what my setup looks like now. So let's take a look. All right. So at the front, I actually have, I did re-washi my edges, and they do sort of match my color coding for my monthly, but this one is actually one of my private jobs. And you'll see again, I have a fairly simple index. I pretty much only do planning in here. So this is just a bunch of lesson plans that I can go through and have with me whenever I'm in class. Next, we have my lovely dashboard. So this was from Candace. It is my Sunburst blackout poem, which I love. I also have this gorgeous watercolor Zentangle from Haley. So I've got my sun and my grayscale, my two favorite things. And this is my planning notebook. So this one really, to be honest, I don't really use this flip out. I just haven't taken it off, but my color coding has basically stayed the same. And this monthly has been so useful. I love having it so I can plan ahead, and it's been really great having that. My weeklies have also been really useful. I use them quite a lot. I tend to fill in a lot of the space. This week was a little bit different. I did not exactly fill in all of my space, but they are really helpful to have, and I actually do them pretty far in advance so that if something comes up, I can write it in, since I know I have more room on my weekly than on my monthly. So that's kind of how that looks now. The back, I have my lovely France and Spain, which I actually have both of the places that I've lived. So Vigo is on here, and then up here in France. I think it's somewhere up here. I might have cut it off, but the two countries I've lived in, which is why I cut out this section of the map. And then this is one of my prints that I did that I really like. So I also have finally found a pocket sort of thing. This actually came from Hema, and I had a notebook slid in here, and I just took out the notebook and I've used it for other stuff. But I now have a little zip pocket that is A5 size that fits in my traveler's notebook, so that's awesome. And this was the one I had for one of my other jobs. So I have the first half is lesson planning for one school, and the second half is lesson planning for the other school. So it just kind of keeps them separated, but I have everything at a glance. And then of course I have folders that have any documents I need, more detailed planning, that kind of stuff, but this just gives me a nice overview. Finally, we have my university notebook. Now this one, I actually had sort of envisioned using differently, and it turned out to not go that way. So after I realized I wasn't using it for a lot, I skipped a couple pages and used it for homework, excuse me. So this is my homework list. And I basically just go by week. It really does take up about a page per week. And this kind of helps me keep track of what I'm doing, what I haven't done, all that kind of stuff. As you can see, lots that haven't gotten done, but at least I know what I haven't done. So that's helpful. And then I've got my little manila guy. And so this is actually, I originally had my Post-its in here, but once I got my zipper pouch, I'm actually now using it for, I have some extra paper, I have notes from other things. So this is basically just like a little document folder that I keep in here, so that if I get something that doesn't go in a different folder, I can keep it right here, easy access. And then the other half of that first notebook. So yeah, you'll notice that I no longer have my notes in here. I got to the point where I'm still using the same system for taking notes, but I don't have enough room. Well, I'm getting more documents, so I actually have my documents in a separate folder. So I took it out of here so that this was really just planning and keeping track of things, and my notes live elsewhere. And it also keeps this so it's not quite so full and everything fits in here really nicely once I kind of shove it back in there. I usually do have a pen on here, but I've been working with this notebook and I just forgot to throw them back on there, but it's a black gel pen. And yeah, that is basically my new and improved current setup for my work and university traveler's notebook. So if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.